What's up, everybody? My name is Frankie and welcome to my Merkaba. Today's video is going to be Astrology 101. This video, is a series, but this video is going to be split into two parts. We're going to talk about the modality, we're going to talk about the elements. The second video is going to be correlating the zodiac signs to the planets themselves. But in this video, we're just going to talk about modalities and elements. And if you're new here, then I'd like to welcome you, and I'd invite you to subscribe and turn post notifications on if you're interested in astrology, spirituality, lifestyle, and just raw, authentic truth, because that's what I'm all about. Alright, just to give a little preface, I'm going to be using the Complete Guide to Astrology by Louise Eddington. The first chapter in the book is titled Astrological Foundation, and I like the way that she words things and just delivers the whole lesson all in all. So I'm just gonna give you guys a little preface. Astrology is the study of the stars. Astrology has been used since the beginning of mankind as we know it. Scientists have discovered the moon cycles carved into cave paintings. That gives a little depth into how old this study is. So this is the oldest study in the world when you think about it. This predates medicine, probably. So yeah, for all those astrology haters, just ignorant. They're ignorant and they're weird, honestly. But astrology was created based on people witnessing the planetary bodies in the skies moving and going in and out of their cycles and interacting with each other. So these ancient people just wrote everything down, right? They wrote what they saw down, and then they used that information to apply it to calendrical systems, right? That's where our calendars come from. That's where the seasons come from: spring, summer, fall, winter. They are the elements, right? Fire, earth, air, and water. For millennia, astrology has been used to predict events. But more recently, people have begun to use astrology as a tool for personal development, growth, and seeking insight into their personal patterns, limiting beliefs, and potential. So just to elaborate on that, I have been studying astrology for about a year now. That's a very short amount of time, so I want you guys to keep that in mind, because I'm still learning, but I've been called to just make, to help people learn astrology. I don't know everything, but I know the basics of astrology. So as long as everybody knows the basics of astrology, then their life will be easier. Astrology can help us live in alignment with the elements and the cycles of nature. Choose optimum timing for everything from farming to relationships to work life, and engage in psychological exploration and past life lessons. So that brings each of us into a higher spiritual connection with the universe and the cycles of the universe, helping us make conscious decisions to live up to our highest potential. A lot of people question astrology and its validity. That's why there's a lot of astrology haters, but they don't understand, or they do, but they are just oblivious to the fact that astrology is a study that has been based on thousands of years of observation. Literally. So is astrology real? Yeah, it is. So that's the little preface towards astrology. For some people that are just getting into it, that this is your first astrology video that you're watching. So yeah, I hope that helps give you a deeper understanding of astrology. Okay, so getting into it, right? We have the modalities and the elements. As you can see, the modalities are the qualities of the signs, their modus operandi. Basically, this means how they work. We have our cardinals, our fixed signs, our mutable signs. These are the three modalities. These are how the signs work. So the cardinal signs are the initiators, right? They're the bringers. They bring newness, they bring life. So we can think of Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. Spring, summer, fall, and winter, right? These are the starts of the new seasons. And the fixed signs, the sustainers, these are the signs that keep the season going. So Taurus keeps spring going, Leo keeps summer going, Scorpio keeps fall going, and Aquarius keeps winter going. Okay, so you can already see how all of this is connected, right? Astrology it teaches us that everything is connected, right? Every atom in the universe is connected. That's what astrology has taught me, and it's also emphasized in the Complete Guide to Astrology, which I do recommend y'all get this book if y'all trying to learn astrology, because this book is it. But last but not least, we have the mutable signs. These are the movers, right? These are the transitioners. They transition out of the old season into the new season. So Gemini would be transitioning from spring to Cancer, right? And keep in mind that this is not the exact transition. These signs are the signs that set things into motion. So with Taurus keeping the season of spring going, Gemini is gonna be like, nah, we're done with that. We're gonna bring some new energy. So Gemini calls in Cancer, and Cancer is the one who actually brings it. Gemini is an air sign, right? So it communicates, it's intellect. So it communicates to Cancer that a new season needs to come. So Virgo communicates to Leo that fall needs to come, right? Virgo is not the initiator of fall, but it communicates to the next sign that a new season needs to come. So with Virgo being the transition from summer to fall, Sagittarius being the transition from fall to winter, and Pisces being the transition from winter to spring. You can already see how all this is connected. So I hope I explained the modalities in a comprehensive way. So now we're moving on to the elements. The elements are the characteristics, right? They are the energy of the signs, right? These are how they work, and this is the energy of the sign. So fire, right? Aries, Leo, and Sag. That's spirit. That's assertion, willpower. So with fire being correlated to spirit, Aries, Leo, and Sag can come off as very enthusiastic, sometimes pushy, especially with Aries. And with Leo is a very authoritative sign. So Leo knows. Leo's connected to the heart. Leo rules the heart. So Leo knows, right? Leo knows the real truth and what is truly right. So that's why Leo can come off as a little pushy as well, can come off as a little bossy. People with Leo placements are CEOs, they're bosses. Leos are also correlated to kings, right? Royalty. Leo is ruled by the sun, right? So that's why people think that Leos, well, I mean, it manifests. The behavior, the energy manifests. But Leos can come off, I'm saying that because I'm a Leo sun, but Leos can come off as attention whores, basically, because they tend to think that the world literally revolves around them, but it's not true. So yeah, with Earth represents the physical realm. Earth represents everything that we can touch. The Earth signs are Taurus, Capricorn, and Virgo. So with the Earth signs, they're all about building, they're all about structure, they're all about the physical. That's one thing that they all have in common. But they all have their separate little energies within the main energy. So with Capricorn is mainly about structure and building. Taurus is all about adding life to the building, adding flowers to the building or decorating. And then Virgo could be the detailer. Virgo can be like, those don't look right. You could probably put those over there, right? Or you could probably switch this up, right? Virgos are the analysis of the zodiac. All these energies are the same energy, but just dispersed, like a rainbow spectrum. That's literally the zodiac. Don't look at these energies as separate, but look at them as individuals. So with air, right? Air is Libra, Aquarius, and Gemini. Air is correlated to the mind, intelligence, communication, analysis. So with Libras are all about justice, mediation. They're the ones that break up the fights. They're the ones that have the greatest discernment. Libras either have the greatest discernment or the worst discernment. So if you're on the other side of the spectrum, kudos to you. But yeah, so Libras are all about, making things right. The sign of Libra is correlated to the Judgment card in the tarot. And with Aquarius is all about community, rebellion, innovation, connectivity through the rebellion. So we can correlate that to the current world events, right? People from different backgrounds coming together to fight, the bad guy. And we all know who that is. And then we also have people from different backgrounds fighting each other because they're from different backgrounds. So you have to understand the duality in things. And that's what Gemini represents. Gemini represents the duality. Gemini is the twins, so that's that duality aspect manifested. And Geminis are all about logic, right? Geminis are really quick thinkers, right? They can come up with ideas really quickly, and they tend to distort to make things work in their favor because they're really good at using their minds. So Geminis are the sharpest of the zodiac, but they can also be the most scattered, right? So y'all have to understand that when I say something, I also mean the opposite, because everything has a dualistic nature. If you don't experience sadness, how are you going to experience happiness, right? You're not going to know what happiness is. Last but not least, we have the water signs. Water signs are correlated to emotion or feeling. The best way I can elaborate on this is when you get chills. When you get chills, you're like, oh, I felt something, right? That's your emotional body. Your emotional body is letting you know, because your emotional body is connected to your nervous system, which is the air. And the nervous system is connected to the earth, right? The skin, the physical. And then the fire, the spirit, lets you know that something is not really right or something is different. The spirit, the fire just, says it. Oh, something's not right. The fire is notified by the earth using the air that is working off of what the water is giving. So I'm sorry if that was a mouthful, but I'm just trying to show y'all how all of this is connected. Astrology is just a big web of connection, right? Water signs are the most intuitive and the most creative signs of the zodiac. So the water signs are Cancer, Scorpio, and Pisces. So with Cancer, Cancers are all about mother energy, right? They nurture. So if you have a lot of Cancer energy or your sun is in Cancer, then you can come off as a very nurturing person, as a person that people can go to when they're having a tough time, like you're the shoulder that they can cry on. Scorpio is all about the depth. It's all about, when I think of Scorpio, I think of like the deep sea, because Scorpio is connected to the depth of the soul. Scorpios are really intuitive, and they either tend to hold things in too much, or they tend to explode too much because of holding things in. So most Scorpios tend to have trouble balancing their energy, because Scorpio energy is very intense. When Scorpios want something, they probably will get it. So yeah, that's Scorpio. And with Pisces energy is correlated to spirituality. It's also correlated to the dreamer, right? Altered states. So when I talk about altered states, I mean like psychedelics and like weed. So people with a lot of Pisces energy tend to fall into addictive patterns and have a lot of issues with detachment and attachment. They either are too attached or they're too detached. Most Pisces are submerged into their world because of how traumatic, how stressful their outside world is. So their comfort zone is their internal world. So yeah, that's Pisces. But just to summarize all of this, the modalities are how the signs work, right? Elements are the characteristics of the sign, how they act, how they work, how they act. Okay, so next video is going to be talking about the signs themselves and how they correlate to each of the planets, and how the planets are the same as the signs. Like I said, everything is connected. They're not the exact same, but they're the same. For example, Scorpio is ruled by Pluto. Pluto is all about transformation. Pluto is also death and rebirth, but that's literally Scorpio. So yeah, if you're new here or you don't have the post notifications on, turn the post notifications on so that you can be notified for the next video of the Astrology 101 series. And yeah, I hope you guys enjoyed. If you have any questions, then don't be afraid to leave a comment. I do birth chart readings and I do oracle and tarot readings. So if you want to book a reading, then click the link in my description that takes you to my website and you can go from there. Alright, thank you guys for watching. I appreciate your time and energy, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day or night.